Yeah.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you? I use 100% confidence. Yeah.
You are what? Street light.
Yeah, but I'm not trusting it. That's so idea.
Yes, yeah. You're good.
Yes, my boss is.
Testing 1 2.
Yeah.
Testing 1 2. 1 2.
Yes.
The microphones are off. The microphones are not on. The microphones are not on.
But speak closer to that thing. I don't feel it.
Yeah, it's enough right now. It's intended.
Testing 1 2 1 2. Testing 1 2 2. Testing.
So,
Are you now okay?
hello, good morning. How are you? Hello, good morning. How are you today? Hello, good morning. How are you today? You see that very well? So, because the reason I'm putting this away, this should be being much closer.
But that's louder.
But then, just for purposes of any whatever, I think we'd rather put this closer. How the child may not use that because this kind of this sound.
Just a single chair there.
We are better off with that because of this fan. Because of this fan, that is where.
A single chair.
But not having, was it climb up or not climb up?
Just put it below.
On the table, on the chair.
Yes.
Good morning.
Okay.
It's almost about stuff.
Have you gotten the presentation?
No, morning. It's
Morning.
3 minutes space.
Hmm?
No, I need
The
to do
presentation.
presentation.
I'll send them to the store.
Yeah.
Okay, you use that and then I speak.
Find it around the places.
No, that's.
Sakuzokushintshela esikhaleni uyomufica ekhohlwe usekhona enganileyo ndaba ebuhlungu kunzima ukuthanda umuntu sakuzokushintshela esikhaleni uyomufica ekhohlwe usekhona enganileyo ndaba ebuhlungu
time well, so we want to get started. I want to welcome all of you, led by our team leader, Governor Annie Kutu, who is already in the house, and we appreciate her. We also have Governor Edward Kakembo and Subuga. So the transition cycle is complete at that level. And we also have the DRE senior in the house. And also that cycle is complete with the Emmanuel in the house. So we are good to go in terms of the business. House rules are simple. Let's pay attention to detail. Let's allow the presenters to make a good case for themselves. And for those that are following from this venue, you can follow using the screen, but the online attendees will be comfortable because they are very well catered for in terms of the projections as handled by the technical team. I would like to thank the team. We do have the district learning facilitation team. Thank you very much for your job well done. I'd like to thank Bobby, who is at the center of the coordination with my team. And here, Bobby and Nakatu, those have really put it together, and we really appreciate what you've been able to do, supported by other colleagues who are part of the team, like Sophie and others. I'd like to thank the team of Governor Anne Kutu, the district secretary-elect, Phyllis, the Red Job, the Lieutenant Governor, Peter, and the entire team. They are supporting, and we are here because they've given it really good attention. And we appreciate them. Today, we are moving the full cycle of the learning session. I really want all of us to appreciate that we are operating a new paradigm where the training is now learning. So don't feel a bit off course when you hear district learning team as opposed to the district training team. And as the team leader, I'm now the district learning team facilitator and working with all the facilitators that I've mentioned. So it is a learning process. So far, we've been able to go through the following for purposes we'll be appreciating how far we've gone with the learning sessions. We started by engaging the entire leadership and Rotarians to take interest in online tools for purposes of learning and empowering themselves. And we are happy that it attracted interest. And there's evidence that the leaders really went through the online tools learning programs with the evidence of certificates. And that is something good to write about. So I'd like to thank each and every one of you that took up that challenge. Then we had the district team learning seminar in Gulu, which was a smashing success. I'd like to thank the district leaders that did participate in the session, the facilitators, and all those that supported the process. In a special way, I would like to thank one of our own who hosted us to wonderful home hospitality that we enjoyed and so. That was followed by the President's Elective Learning Seminar, which now goes for PELS. It used to be PETS, but now it is PELS, given that it is a learning seminar, not a training seminar anymore. That was followed by the Secretary's Treasurer-elect Learning Seminar, which was also a smashing success, very well attended, well executed, and the outcoming results are really good. That was followed by Club Officers Learning Seminar. It was online, very well attended, well managed, and it was to a smashing success. And today marks the final cycle of the learning sessions and learning journey. But learning is a continuous process. We shall continue engaging all Rotarians in the learning process on request and as and when need arises, so that we keep empowering and updating our knowledge and information regarding the year at hand. So today is the District Learning Assembly, DLA, and the idea is to ensure that everyone interested in learning, being empowered with new knowledge and information, should be on call. The latest we had was close to 800. I want to believe that in terms of registration, I want to believe that we are going to get more, so that we have as many as our Rotarians being empowered with the knowledge, so that we operate from the basis of knowledge and information based. So once again, you're most welcome to this, our training learning seminar, and we are going to proceed as follows. We are going to go into the phase of introductions, and we are going to have our district governor-elect introduced. And to do that is Governor Edward Kakembo Nsubuga, whom I would like to call to the podium to do the introduction of the district governor-elect. Most welcome.
Thank you, Governor Kenneth, my Good morning, friends. And good morning to all of those who are online and on call. Thanks so much for being here as early as possible. I would like to take this opportunity to introduce our incoming governor. Our next captain is Rotary Anne Nkudu Omumeja. Annie is a multidisciplinary social science and holds a BA on Social Science of Makerere University and an MA in Economics Development, Administration and Management, University of Manchester. She also holds a certificate in Public Relations from the University of Cape Town. Anne is a gender and monitoring and evaluation consultant, and has for the last 20 years provided advisory services to the environment agencies and civil society organizations on gender equality, women's empowerment, social inclusion, and program management issues in different countries in Africa. And serves the two boards and is currently the chair of monitoring and empowerment programs for younger women. That is MEMPROW, and a board member of the International Center for Research on Women, ICRW. She's also one of the eminent women of the Women in Situation Group, WSR, Uganda, a peace building mechanism that prevents violence before and during and after elections. Rotary Journey, and joined Rotary in 2011 and the chapter member of the Club of Kampala Nadia. She also serves in different capacities at the club, country, and district level. She has served as a club president 2014-2015, editor of the Beacon newsletter 2015-2016, assistant governor 2016-2017, district chair public image 2017-2018, country chair Uganda 2018-2019, chair corporate engagement 2019-2020, district chair peace fellowship 2020-2022, district chair membership growth and enrollment 2021-2022, And this is the time we saw our list going number to 1,008 for the first time. I think she deserves the hand clap. She served on the RI Committee of Local Legislators, Post Area Coordinators for the year 2020-2023, and she was also the Local Post Area Coordinator for the Makerere University Local Legislator 2020-2023, and has also served on different Rotary committees, both with different committees from both Uganda, including Rotary Uganda Limited, Uganda Rotary Cancer Program, Neighbor Hospital Rotary Blood Bank, RI USA Watch Program in Uganda, Advisory Committee of the Makerere University Rotary Peace Center, and Assistant Ambassador of Empowering Government Initiative. Personal, Anne is based with a daughter and a son. She loves music, reading, writing, photography, and traveling. Something you want to know about our incoming governor. She was the Mudongo. 2 weeks back, I was happy to know the same fact of the honorable. The name was good. The name was good. How leader. We have to be the same on the same function, and he told me, you know, your governor was a singer. How leader was a guitarist and she was a vocalist. So let them get to it. I still have one pleasure. We can still how to go with the governor and it's going to be an exciting year. DRR is a Mudongo, the government is a Mudongo. I think we shall be in Chikesa 21st.
Another round of applause. I will inform the governor, who has been very well introduced with some unique talents that we are yet to see. Thank you very much, Governor Edward, for that detailed introduction of our governor. As you'll appreciate that we work as a team, Rotary and Rotaract twins, we are always together. Now that we know who indeed the governor is, we need, as of necessity, to know who exactly the DRR is. And to do that is DRR Emmanuel Kera, who is going to introduce our DRR. Thank you.
Thank you very much. District Planning Facilitator, Governor Meg, and good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is my duty to introduce the next DRR, who is a social worker by profession, a human resource by education, and a public speaker by vocation. He holds a first-class bachelor's degree in social work and social administration from Chambogo University. He holds a master's of business administration. He's also a member of the American Association of Project Management. He's a certified public speaker by the John Maxwell team, a certified project specialist by the American Association of Project Managers, a chartered human resource analyst by the American Academy of Project Management throughout the national. He's worked as a social worker with Uganda Cares, Kampala, as an assistant lecturer at Chambogo University, as a public relations officer for the National Association of Social Workers of Uganda, as a TV show host at Excel TV, as a programs assistant at Malaria Partners Uganda and Malaria Partners International. He currently works as a human resource officer in the Ministry of Energy and Mineral Development. He also once worked as the acting head of human resource management at the former Rural Electrification Agency during its mainstreaming into the Ministry of Energy and Mineral Development. He has represented Uganda as a poster judge at the International Conference on Family Planning in Kigali, Rwanda in November 2018. He's made numerous media appearances across some major TV stations in Uganda and Kenya. He served as a club administrator at his club, Kampala North Musical, in 2017, the treasurer 2018, and as a president in 2019. He also served as the district chair corporate membership in 2021, and is currently serving as the district chair for professional and leadership development. He has attended 5 RILAs and 6 district conferences so far. He loves to play table tennis, soccer, and also to speak in public, that is public speaking. His favorite quote is, "It takes less time to do something right than to explain why you did it." Ladies and gentlemen, please receive our district workshop representative 2024-2025, senior and secretary.
You may resume your seats, please. Thank you very much, dear Emmanuel, for ably introducing your successor, Simeon. Now we know the leaders that who are going to take us through the magic year, magic roads here, with their magic. We appreciate it. Now this is the time we've been waiting for. Our team leader is going to address us, and the audience is going to address includes those of us who are here physically and all those online. And these include the district leaders, presidents, club officers, and Rotarians, because this learning assembly is for every Rotarian in your right as a Rotarian. So we are going to get our team leader. Can we give her a good round of applause as she moves up to the podium to give us her feedback, our orientation, motivate us, inspire us, give us direction and impetus in what we are going to do during the magic year. Over to you, team leader.
Thank you, Governor. Thank you, Governor Mike. Thank you, Governor Edward, for that warm introduction. And thank you for reminding me about my previous life and the things I used to do. I may add, when you hear my voice, most people will be surprised. She used to sing, but I actually used to be most comfortable singing soprano. But as I said, that was my previous life. This morning, it gives me great pleasure to welcome you all to our district learning assembly. And I want to welcome all the Rotary leaders present and those online, the Rotarians, Rotaractors, and guests who may have found interest in joining us. This district learning assembly, as Governor Mike mentioned, is the culmination of many learning events that we have had since the beginning of this Rotary year, starting with the International Assembly that was in Orlando. And there is so much that we have covered over the last few months. And today, we are bringing everything that we have learned from ourselves, but also from listening to the various Rotarians. Before I go any further, allow me to thank the people who put this together. And I'd in particular like to thank the district learning team, led by past district governor Mike, Rotarian Bonnie, Rotarian Jane, and Rotarian Soap. I'd like to thank our secretariat, I'd like to thank the Secretariat, our LG, Peter Mukuru, our DES, Phyllis Wesiga, our Treasurer, Kaziro Chambati, Bright, and Raymond. I also want to thank the current DES, the man from Gulu, Gerald Dubai, Thank you for ever being always so supportive. I also want to thank our kind team led by Judy Obishregama and Fred Masaki. And finally, the tech team, the people behind everything that's happening here, led by Francis Musinguzi, our IT officer, Charles Odaka, and Ian Mugisha. Thank you all so much for putting this together. So before we delve into what we're going to do this year as a district, I think it's important for us to get the broader vision of where the whole idea of the magic of Rotary came from. So I now welcome you to listen to our Rotary International President-elect, Stephanie Ulrich.
Hello, family. I am honored to address class of district governors, the irresistible. And when I call you my family, I'm not just being, I really think of Rotary as my family. I want to start today by putting a special focus on some very important members of our family of Rotary. In a couple of weeks, I'm traveling to Pakistan to meet with some amazing people, female health workers. Ending polio everywhere means taking on this broadcast, block by block across Pakistan, is a difficult and at times dangerous mission. These women literally climb mountains to vaccinate children in remote locations. That's not even the half of it. They fight misinformation and prejudice every step. So when I arrived in Pakistan to meet with these warriors, I want them to know that even though they will never be most of you, they have your support.
Great. Great, thank you. In addition to your generous applause, the best way for you to support these health workers and the fight against polio is by raising awareness and raising money. It's not too late to join or initiate a Polio Plus Society in your club or district. The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation is still matching our donations 2-to-1, but only if we meet our annual fundraising goal of $50 million. To help raise awareness, I need you to contact elected officials and other government leaders. Remind them that polio is still a threat. Push them to support polio eradication. Polio remains our top priority and requires our fullest commitment. But there is so much important work to do. Thankfully, We have Rotary's action plan to make our work easier and to make the club experience simply irresistible. That's where the magic of Rotary starts. We'll need that magic if we're going to bring healing to a divided world. The numbers of armed conflicts and displaced people around the world are rising at an alarming rate. We need to be at our best if we want to have a positive impact. That means we might have to change a few things about ourselves as an organization. Change can be scary, but it's easier when we change together. With that in mind, I invite all of you to become action plan champions so you can change your clubs for the better and keep Rotary strong. And there's plenty of room for continuity in our action plan too. It's about building on our best ideas, not abandoning them. Think of the action plan as a tool to help you improve the club experience in your district. Remember, you have influence. District governors charter clubs. You can help club leaders think creatively and produce irresistible experiences, both for existing members and for future members. That could mean changing how things are done in your district. If your district has been doing things one way for 50 years, it's probably time to reassess. The action plan helps identify a club's strengths and weaknesses and what that club can do to improve. If a club in your district isn't active or it's losing members, maybe it's time to start a new club that fits better with the community. Ask club members what they want and bridge that with the community's needs. Just because a club or district hasn't changed in a while doesn't mean no one is hungry for change. You have an incredible opportunity as district governors to empower club members to make improvements. Check in with club members in your district. Ask them about their club experience and what can be done to make it better. And consider talking to leaders in your communities who are not yet Rotary members but should be. Maybe they don't know about Rotary. Or perhaps the current club structure in that community isn't the right fit. You might find that some members don't feel like they truly belong in their club. And that's why expanding our commitment to diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging is so important. Anyone who has the heart and hands for service belongs in Rotary. And I hope you'll join me in opening your arms to future people of action, even if, and in some cases, especially if, they don't look or act like typical members of your local Rotary Club. With DEI, it's easier to be united in a common purpose. It's in those moments when we're committed and focused that we are the most effective and the most relevant. But the work can't stop there. No one will know our clubs are irresistible if we don't tell people about them. The fact is, we need storytellers to spread our positive image and to spread positive peace in these troubled times. Peace building is one of my top priorities, and this IA is more than your introduction to the role of district governor. It's a call to action to support Rotary's peace-building programs and initiatives. One of those programs is the Rotary Peace Fellowship, a product of the Rotary Foundation that began more than 20 years ago to help peace and development professionals end and prevent conflict. We offer the fellowships through our Rotary Peace Centers located at leading universities around the globe. More than 1,800 Peace Fellows have graduated from Rotary Peace Centers and are working in more than 140 countries toward a better world. And thanks to a $15.5 million gift from the Otto and Fran Walter Foundation, we can continue supporting peace builders in more regions with our next Peace Center in Bahçeşehir University in Istanbul, Turkey. The first class of fellows will arrive in Istanbul in early 2025. To mark the occasion, Rotary members, Rotary Peace Fellows, Positive Peace Activators, and others will be invited to attend a Rotary Presidential Peace Conference planned for February 2025. The theme of the conference, not our annual theme, that's coming soon, will be Healing in a Divided World. This conference will focus on Rotary's peace efforts and provide opportunities to learn together. You'll hear more about the Peace Conference at our convention in Singapore, and I can't wait to see all of you there. But there's so much more you and members in your districts can do to promote peace in the meantime. Members who want to spread hope for peace in their community can plant a peace pole in the local park, playground, or any community space. And one of my favorite tools for peace building is our four-way test. We would live in a better world if every Rotary member truly lived the four-way test instead of simply reciting it. Rotary members have plenty of ways to support peace-building efforts, but today, I want you to remember this. To spread peace around the world, we must first find peace within ourselves. Performing acts of kindness can ease symptoms of anxiety or depression and promote social connection more effectively than any known approach. We find joy in helping others, but we also face a tough balancing act. We must change ourselves and stay true to who we are. That's why I have adopted the colors of orange and sky blue as my theme colors. As a dominant color of autumn, orange represents the shifting of seasons, the end of one phase and the beginning of another. In fact, orange is the primary color of change. Blue, on the other hand, is associated with knowledge and intelligence, trust, loyalty, and dependability. Blue inspires open communication. Combined, these colors represent our burning need to move forward together as we change ourselves and change the world. With that, I've teased you long enough. Who's ready to hear the 24-25 annual theme? All right, I will tell you our theme after one quick story. Years ago, I was in the Dominican Republic helping to install water filters. Two young boys watched as dirty water entered the filter in one end and emerged clean out the other end. I will never forget the first time we stopped the water flow. One of the boys grabbed my sleeve and said, lady, show me that magic again." Obviously, the water filter wasn't magic. We worked hard to transport those filters, install them, and work with the recipients in the area to maintain them. But those boys knew that easy access to clean water would change their lives. Knowing that I played a small part in that certainly changed my life. And that's why our annual theme is the magic of Rotary. don't misunderstand me. We are not going to grow membership, end polio, or bring peace to the world by waving a wand and saying some funny words. It's up to you. You create the magic with every project completed, every dollar donated, and every new member inducted. The magic of Rotary can encourage whatever drives your local clubs. You can grow the magic of Rotary if you're adding new members to our family. You can unlock the magic of Rotary if you're unlocking the power of women and girls. You can advance the magic of Rotary if you're fundraising to help change the world. And when our year as Rotary President and District Governors has come to an end, it's up to us to make sure there's a whole line of people behind us, ready to keep that magic.
And I hope you're all now fired up and ready to advance the magic of Rotary. The beauty about our theme this year is its flexibility. Having had the RI president, I think you now see that you can interpret the magic of Rotary whichever way you see fit and according to your own context, according to the community you're working in, and according to what's happening in your club. But I see the magic of Rotary as transformation. There is an element of transformation in advancing the magic of Rotary. There is an element of change. And I think it is pertinent, particularly in the times that we're living in, to look at change. Change, not for the sake of change, but change for purposes of improving, change for purposes of increasing our ability to adapt. Our district 9213 is one of the most vibrant districts in Zone 22. And I'm not just saying that because I belong to this district, but it is a known fact. And everybody who's been to our district, right from Rotary International to even Rotarians from other parts of Africa, everybody agrees that our district is different. And for that, I really want to thank our leaders. And I want us to applaud ourselves for the wonderful work that we have done over the years. If you look at our district, since our establishment as D9213, and even before that, you will find our footprint in each of the 7 areas of focus. You'll find us in WASH, you find us in basic education, you find us in maternal and child health, social and economic development, in peace, in disease prevention, essentially in everything, and even environment. In fact, we were in environment before Rotary considered it as an area of focus. And in those areas, we've had many programs. Currently, we have the Boy Child program, but we've had Bella the year before. We had maternal and child health the year before. We've had the cancer program that's been running for 12 years now. We recently had a big WASH program. We had FUN, and we had Vijana Poa at some time. And all these programs address the pressing needs of communities in Uganda. The downside of it is that when you live in an environment such as ours, where there are so many needs, and you're trying to address each and every need, you run the risk of spreading yourself very, very thinly. And I think that is where we need to begin to reconsider how much do we do? Because when you spread so thinly, when you're trying to address everything, when you change what you're addressing so quickly, then perhaps you will not have as much impact as you may have. And certainly, your sustainability prospects are also reduced. And so this Rotary year, in the spirit of the magic of Rotary, in the spirit of transformation, I would like to propose that we focus on three things. The first of those three things is to consolidate the gains that we have achieved over the years, and those are many. The second is to look at enhancing our impact in everything that we do. And the third is to look critically at sustainability. And so these three things, consolidation, impact, and sustainability, are what I consider as the foundational elements that we will need in the Rotary year 2024-2025, that we will require to advance the magic of Rotary. At this point, allow me to digress a little. And I want to apologize to the people who may have had me use this analogy before, but I'll try and make it short. About a month or two ago, I took a trip to Nigeria. And I apologize to all the Subaru lovers because they all somehow live in Nigeria. But apart from the Subarus, Nigeria, Chira, Buwate, Bulindo, Chitukutwe are famous for their bad roads. And so I was taking a ride in an Uber. And you know that Ubers are typically small cars. So I was in a Vitz and it had rained. So it was a really, really, really bumpy ride. And as we went along, the driver, sensing that I was a bit agitated and uncomfortable, started explaining, saying, you see, madam, the roads are so bad. You know, the potholes, they're really, really bad. And that's why the ride is bad. I'm really, really sorry about this. And I agreed with him because the roads are bad. But I also told him that although the roads are also bad, but your car is also not in the best of shapes. Because in each hole that we sank in, you would feel like you had gone down with it, meaning the shocks were completely worn out. And you know, you would hear so many noises that at some point I thought we were probably going to get stuck in the potholes. And so he said, no, madam, it's the roads. They're the ones that have made my car like this. And then I was like, maybe if you had a better car, you know, you would be able to navigate these potholes better. And so we kept on arguing which should come first. So it was a bit of a chicken and egg. Is it the car? Is it the roads? Is it both? But I believe it was a bit of both. The car could have been better, and certainly the roads should be better. But this morning, I'm not here to talk about potholes because you experience these every day and you know them as well as I do. But I just wanted to use that example. The potholes that I'm talking about are the challenges that we meet as Rotary and as Rotary clubs. And the cars, or the car that I'm talking about, represents our Rotary clubs. And so as I speak, I want you to ask yourself, when you look at your club, what is the shape of the car? When you open the bonnet of your car, and that is when you look into your club, what do you see? Is it a club that is fit for purpose? Is it a club that is capable of navigating the potholes, the challenges, the development challenges that we address, and all the difficulties that we encounter? Is your car a Vitz that is likely to collapse in a pothole? Is it an SUV? Or is it a Pencon? Which of those cars do you think that you would need or that is best able to navigate the challenges that we're in? And I dare say that many of our clubs are somewhere in between. Many of our clubs, as I speak today, are a little bit like that Vitz. They go into the pothole and you don't know whether you will come out of the pothole because the shocks are down, the pistons are out, the oil probably hasn't been changed for years, everything is a mess. And if it was a taxi, you would be surprised, or you shouldn't be surprised, when many people who are riding taxis in this kind of potholes, and I'm now talking about our members, would just say Mumasao, and they drop off because they can't take the ride anymore. Because of the condition of the road, of course, but more so the condition of the vehicle in which they are sitting in. And so this Rotary year, I want us to start from the inside out. Yes, we will continue to do service, but we need to ask ourselves, what is the state of our clubs? At the end of this Rotary year, we'll be celebrating 100 years. Rotary is slightly over 100 years in Africa. Well, we'll be having the Centennial Conference and we'll be celebrating 100 years. I want you to ask yourself, is your club able to survive the next 100? And even before we go to 100, is it able to survive the next 10 years as it is now? Is it able to survive the next 5 years? And so I'm urging all of us that in this coming Rotary year, let's look at the systems in our clubs. Let's look at the structures. Let's look at the processes. Let's look at the membership. Let's look internally and see whether we are fit for purpose. Now, as I said earlier, we've had many programs in Rotary. And one of the issues that continuously comes up is what impact are we making? Yes, we're everywhere, like MTN, but how far down have we gone? And that's one of the things that I would like us to focus on in this Rotary year. I have another story. I love stories, but I do not have time to narrate this story. But I've shared that story before of a baby girl that I met 10 years ago. Her name was Anna. She was named after me. And Anna is that baby in the picture in this career. And when I met Anna, I have another story. After I love stories, but Anna did not have any clothes. I read this story. My club was visiting hospitals, and some of the shares that story had included baby toys. And so I gave Anna a baby toy. But the only thing that Anna had was a towel. And Anna is that very in the little towel. And when I met Anna, I had the hospital wondering whether the baby toy that I had given Anna was actually the thing that she needed the most. But unfortunately for me, Anna had a miracle, included the magic of Rotary. And so I gave Anna, we had done our rounds giving out so many things. We found that in that container, there were baby clothes. Unfortunately for us, we were still within the same vicinity. And so we rushed back to the hospital. This time it was and I left Anna with new clothes, and I left very satisfied, feeling very happy that, oh my goodness, Anna, that girl is having a good start to life, having warm clothing and all the things that she needs as a baby. But several years later, still within the same vicinity. And so I rushed back to the hospital and gave Anna 10 years ago to still feed her. I've asked myself whether baby Anna survived infant mortality, I've asked myself whether baby Anna is going to school or whether baby Anna is now at home, probably taking care of other siblings. And so I've asked myself, did the baby clothes I gave Anna, did they create lasting change? And that's the question I want to put to all of you. Because I believe all of us in our clubs have this type of interventions where we go, we meet a community need, and we give them something. And we leave very satisfied that we addressed a need. But we need to ask ourselves whether the things we have done actually create lasting change. Because most of the time, they are temporary. Most of the time, they are the needs that we see, but perhaps they are not even the most critical need. And so, this year, as I said, we need to change a few things. One of the things that I like to give clubs the liberty to do the projects that they feel most inclined to do. And so we will not introduce another program. Instead, we want you to stay with the programs or the projects that you're already doing, so that you take a little more time to understand what the needs are. So that you take a little more time to address the problems, so that you dig a little bit deeper in those communities that you're serving. And hopefully, we will see impact at the end of the day if a club stays with a project for maybe 3 years as opposed to 1 year. However, for us to have impact, we need resources. And the kind of resources that we need are not small resources. They're probably not the resources we are going to generate from our club fundraisers, because our club fundraisers often just break even if we're lucky. Sometimes we may make a little profit, maybe 10 million, maybe 15, maybe 20. But we need to ask ourselves, does 20 million create lasting change in a community? And so I'm encouraging clubs that put more energy. We will not stop you from having your fundraisers because you're autonomous. But we encourage you to focus more on the global grants, where at a minimum, you will get $30,000